All right.
There we go. Hey, everybody. I'm Ethan.
I'm Jay.
And we are coming at you with a Savage Strike opening, fresh today on this Friday release. So, we got the full box here. We pre-cut open the plastic for ease. But, I'm going to go ahead and take the packs over on this side. Jay's going to hit the right side packs, and we're going to see if we can't get that pot of extravagance.
All right.
Alrighty. You want to start up?
All right. I'm just going to grab them all.
Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and show them over here.
All right.
We'll go one at a time,
Yeah.
see what we can't get going.
Let's see.
I might have to switch them. There we go. Perfection. Performa Pile Claybreaker, Salamangreat Pero, Update Jammer, Neospace Connector. Starting off with a Shiranui Squire for our holo, followed up by one of the new Guardragon cards. Summon Over, take on the classic summon limit, and a short print Subterra Guru to start off hard. We might just go ahead and have a stack for holos like over here, and we'll just go ahead and slip the rares over on this side.
All right.
Alrighty.
So let's see. First pack from the other side.
Alrighty. Starting strong with that short print. Next, it looks like
Need
a
to flip it
very
around.
similar pack.
So
Starting
far,
off
yeah.
with Claybreaker, another Pero. Here we got Child's Play.
Which is interesting for certain decks. It's life point gain.
We got a Shiranui Sword Saga, which was, I believe, the Ultra promo for the sneak peek. And
I know it was Shiranui. I thought it was a 6.
it might. I'm not sure. But next foil up, we got an Elemental Hero Cosmo Neos, keeping the soft Neospace theme going for the set, along with one of the new Salamangreat cards. Gonna make an impact with the structure deck coming out
I
next
think
month.
Squire Saga was the...
It was, and there we go. That's the sneak peek promo, Shiranui Squire Saga. Then we got one of the new Guardragons, and to finish off the pack, a copy of Edge of the Ring. Let's see. We got this holo and this super rare. Not really super, but it's super in my heart.
All right. Okay, this is getting funny. We open with this guy again.
We swear it's not rigged.
And a Salamangreat. Update Jammer. More Neospace support.
Yeah, spin on the classic card next.
Which, did that really need spun off? Who
Probably
knows?
not.
Salamangreat Link.
Sunlight Wolf, highly anticipated for the next structure deck coming out. New Cybers Link Monster and a Wick Kid.
Our first Time Thief of the day.
There we go. I believe these are TCG exclusive. They kind of took everybody by surprise.
They look interesting.
They do.
Justicia again. And Shiranui Trap.
Shiranui style success. They released a lot of new Shiranui cards in here. I think partially because they released the zombie structure deck not too long ago, and they wanted to give it really
probably.
quick support.
So,
Yeah. Flip flop.
all right.
Yeah. There we go.
And then these just go over there.
Alrighty, finally a different pack. We got Catch Eve level 2 or L2.
It's not level. Not technically level.
Supports cyber spam themed decks though.
All right.
We got a new 6 Sam card, Legendary Secret of the Six Samurai, spin-off of Legendary Spirit.
It's spin off of the Union, yeah.
Yeah,
Spirit of the Six Samurai, not
Spirit,
legendary.
Sure. And then we got a Prank Kids Roxy's that came in the Soul Fusion Special Edition as a super rare, and the new Sky Striker Link Monster.
The card you are most likely to lose to in time.
Yeah, no doubt. It has some gnarly effects. Does it even matter that you can't use Ray to summon it?
No.
Probably not. And then our rare for the pack, another World Legacy card.
And why can't you use Ray to summon it?
Because it has to be anything other than Earth.
Ray's dark.
Ray is dark. I am lost. I don't know what's happening in my life. We got a Psychic Tracker, which works with couple of the new Psychic cards coming out in this set, mostly Psychic Wielder. My favorite card of the entire set.
I think it's meant to be Max C support, the C archetype support.
It is.
Somebody's going to make some degenerate insect deck with it.
Yeah, because we got super armored robot armed Black Iron Sea. Hopefully you're not playing this in any tournaments because rip your deck list. There's no way to abbreviate that at all.
That's the issue. I have cards that are longer, but I'm allowed to abbreviate them.
Yeah, there's no abbreviating that. And then we got a Guardragon Promenesis, another strong member of the Guardragon archetype, and a card that we finally got in the TCG Red Rising Dragon.
Really? That's our first printing of it?
It is.
I thought we had it before.
Oh my gosh, we wanted it for so long, but...
I honestly thought we got it a few years ago when we got Bane and Abyss.
No, I wish. That would have been great, but alas.
Alright. Let's see what we get out of the 5th pack of the day. Hey, we start with basically Thunder Dragon support.
Yeah, short print in Aloof Lupine, or as I call him, Balto.
Then we have another Cybers.
Alright.
The Time Thief Link.
Oh, I believe that's short printed as well, maybe?
Shiranui Swordmaster.
Alrighty. And our first
our second
Ultra.
Cyber Synchro of the pack.
Yeah, Cyber's Quantum Dragon. This is some pretty strong Synchro support, level 7 for your Destrudo plays. And it has some pretty good effects. I'm going to read its effects real quick. While you control a Link monster, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except this one. Once per turn at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster during either player's damage step, you can return that monster to the hand. Also, this card can make a second attack in a row. Bounce their extra deck monsters. It's basically kind of a modified
Boral.
Yeah.
Then we have the Hieta Charmer Link.
Oh, I think this might be short printed. It's the first one I've seen of it.
I got one earlier today, I think.
Oh, okay.
Time Thief Winder, one of the core pieces of a Time Thief deck.
Which is now a new TCG exclusive. Yep. In place of all the dangers, they realized they made a mistake. At least they realized.
First of our new Tech Genus support of the day.
I didn't know that's what TG standard for.
That's what it stands for in the anime. Tech Genus.
Beautiful. I'm ready to build my TG
And then
deck.
we have Squirt Squid.
Oh my god.
Winning the award for what is Konami naming these things of the set.
Alrighty, move into pack
so
number
Hieta
6.
goes here.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we'll round off this new set with Prank Kids Roxy's. Another Salamangreat Great Pero, which I don't think is even played, actually.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Another Update Jammer. Another Tech Genus Tank Grub. Our second Ultra of the set, Trickstar Divaritas. Really not a bad Trickstar Link monster, although most of them kind of fall flat or are too difficult to summon. Divaritas is actually not a bad addition as a Link 2.
Yeah. The only issue is you can't make it with Candina.
Yeah, it does require level 3 or lower Trickstars.
But it has the standard burn effect on summons.
Alrighty, then we go for the rare of the pack. Dark Factory of More Production. Spin-off of Dark Factory of Mass Production.
This is basically support for anything that wants monsters in their graveyard.
Kind of like Danger support.
Zombies too.
Danger, zombies. It's a little slow, but we don't judge. Another Salamangreat card in Foxer. The new Subterror Trap, Subterror Succession, and our first extra Ceratops, which is literally just a cardboard Triceratops being judged harshly by a real Triceratops.
Yes, it pretty much is.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see what we've got on this one.
Might put Ultra. Well, there's no real good place to put Ultras.
There really isn't.
We'll go ahead and just slip them down here.
I think that goes with.
Yeah.
All right. So on to the next set, we have another Neospace Connector.
Which was another one of the Savage Strike promos. Not Savage Strike, Soul Fusion.
Yeah, another Aloof Lupine, which, again, is basically Thunder Dragon support.
He sure is. He's a good boy.
The smaller Cyber Synchro, again, Integrator. First Gardragon link of the day, Agripane.
Agripane special summons a dragon from the extra deck to a zone 2 or more link monsters point to on your field.
Yep.
Very good. Can tutor out basically whatever dragon extra deck monster you want it to.
So Abyss.
Yeah. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss.
Another Fusion of Fire.
Very good for Salamangreats. Toss out that Chimera, Violet Chimera.
Yeah. Orcus Nightmare, otherwise known as That Thing You Search Off Mermaid now.
Yeah, Ibli's out. Orcus Nightmare is in.
Oh, Ibli is still a pain. It's just you have something else.
Options.
Psychic Tracker again.
Yeah, some more of that psychic support.
Another Cyberslink, Clock Lizard.
Oh, there we go. That's the first I've seen of it, actually.
And Salamangreat Foxer.
Another Foxer. I think it's a one of in the deck, but it's not a bad card at all.
Eh.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and hop in to pack number 8.
Yeah.
Here we
Yes, I
go.
think.
Should
Yeah.
be. Alright.
And I didn't bother to sort these because...
Go ahead and start with a card that should have been in the zombie structure deck in Shinobi Necro.
Then I think these go.
Why did we have to wait for it? Who knows? Set
Because we
filler.
did.
Here we got Unisong Tuning. We got a copy of the new Time Thief Trap. Time Thief Flyback. I think this is our first Shiranui Hollow.
I think so too.
Of the
We've gotten a lot of Shiranuis, but I don't think any of them have been hollow.
Classic fire zombie archetype. And here is the new Incantation Ritual Monster for all those incantations you're running in your Necroz deck.
Yeah.
Another Salamangreat Foxer. Gardragon
At least our third
Justicia.
Justicia.
Another Booster Raptor. And to round off the pack, another Orcus Nightmare.
Alright. And Nightmare's not actually a bad card. I shouldn't just refer to it as That Thing You Search Off Mermaid. Orcus is not bad.
They do have their moments.
They have things they can do. And we'll start this pack off with Time Thief Bezel Ship, the other Time Thief monster.
Well, there's 3.
We've gotten all 3.
Oh, have we? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There we go.
Orchestrated Release. Second copy of the Time Thief Trap, Flyback. Another Unisong Tuning. Shiranui Spectral Sword Shade.
So our second Shiranui Hollow for this box.
Dragon Icarus.
Yeah, Guard Dragon Cataclysm is basically Icarus attack for dragons. Why we have not yet gotten this, I'm not sure.
There is no basically. It is literally... The only difference is it's hard once per turn.
Well,
That is literally the only difference.
those restrictions.
Time Thief Hack, which looked like it was going to break Rongo even further, but they were never around at the same time, fortunately.
Hallelujah. No one misses you, Rongo.
Not really, no. Cyber's Converter and Salamangreat Wolvie.
Wolvie is actually pretty good in the Salamangreat deck, from what I
Alright.
understand. I want to build it, but I actually don't know what any of them do.
I will be buying 3 of the structure deck because I do still need my Ash Blossoms.
No doubt. Alrighty. Into our next pack, we're starting off with the Shiranui Continuous Spell. Shiranui style Solemnity. That name.
Solemnity, I think?
Solemnity.
Yeah.
Great.
The status of being solemn.
Alrighty, off to one of the new Guard Dragon monsters, Garmades. Another Neospace Connector.
It's at least 3 today. 3 in this set.
And one of my also favorite names, / cards from the set, because I just love it, is Cataclysmic Scorching Sunburner. That Fire Fairy level 8.
Yeah. That could be a decent card.
Alrighty, into our holo for the pack in Thunderclap Monk. Our rare in Salamangreat Violet Chimera. Very good card. Summon it off a Fusion of Fire. OTK potential abound. Our third Orcus Nightmare. Another short print Subterror Guru. And a Clock Lizard to round off the pack.
Alright.
I'm a little salty that Salamangreats aren't getting any higher rarities, but at the same time, I'm glad they're building an actually decent deck in low rarity, so it's pretty much available to everybody.
Another Time Thief Link Redoer. Actually, it might be our first of the not Link, Xyz. Sorry.
They probably need a Link, but
probably.
they might be able to use Lambda whenever it comes out, so.
Shiranui Swordmaster again. A second Time Thief Bezel Ship.
You're getting all the Time Thieves and Shiranui.
Neos Fusion, which they have needed for about 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the new interest is around Neos, especially in a set that's kind of focused around synchro summoning.
It was time, I guess. Rocket Synchron,
which is probably used in one of the top variants of Guard Dragons at the moment. You just tutor it out of the deck with Quick Launch, especially when we get Needle Fiber, because that tuner status.
When/if.
When/if we ever get Needle Fiber.
I played Crystal Beasts for years. It took a while to get what we needed.
It did.
Another Edge of the Ring.
I think that might be a short print.
Another super armored robot armed Black Iron Sea.
Yeet. I remember hearing about this card on YouTube while I was in Vietnam, and I just remember because it was announced like around the same time as the Gokapol retrain.
As Gokabori or Gokapon?
Oh, Gokabori.
Gokabori?
Maybe. I don't know. It had something to do with baseball for some reason.
Okay.
Gokapol is the name of the new card.
All right.
Yeah.
Subterra Secession again. And another Cyberse Wicked.
There we go.
Wicked.
Wicked. Those puns. Punny names.
They've had worse.
They have had worse.
They've had much worse.
The entire Cosmo archetype.
The Cosmo archetype's at least built for it.
Alrighty. This is a good one. I peeked. I shouldn't have peeked, but I peeked. So, up first,
And I'm going to go across.
we've got a Neo Space Connector.
Again.
We've got a card with UA art, but doesn't really benefit UA at all.
I mean, at least the UAs are having some impact.
Ultimate Athletes. All these shortened names.
Hey, at least it means deck lists aren't as long.
Yeah.
As long to write.
We got another Shiranui Swordmaster. And our first secret of the box,
Wielder.
Psychic Wielder. Really good in BA. Lets you make Trishula in BA, which is exactly what they needed. But
Because it's a 3-tuner.
Yeah, Ripperoni Snow.
Again, needed to happen.
Yeah. We got a Detonate Deleter, one of our new Cyberse Link monsters. The Incantation Ritual spell, Incantation Inception. Got a Cyberse Converter, another Summon Over, and I believe
third
our
Guru.
third Guru. I'm actually going to read Summon Over. I'm not 100% sure of what it does. Each time a monster is special summoned, place one summon counter on this card, maximum 6. This card with 6 summon counters cannot be destroyed by card effects. At the start of each main phase 1, if this card has 6 summon counters, the turn player can activate this effect. They send this card to the graveyard, and if they do, they send all special summon monsters their opponent controls to the graveyard.
So it's a way to punish massive amounts of spam.
But
it's a little too slow.
But if you control, well, each time a monster is special summoned, that's not a very hard thing to do, Mr. Blackwings.
Okay, I don't spam that much anymore.
I mean, you could play this, special summon 6 times, and then use
and
it
then
to send
break
all
your
of
opponent's board.
Exactly. Beautiful. Because it sends, right? It doesn't target,
Yes.
doesn't destroy.
Full armor still does not care.
Broken. I'm going to go ahead and slide these over
For
here.
give room for the secrets.
And we'll go ahead.
Again,
and
as Mr. Blackwing's full armor still does not care.
Here we got our Detonate Deleter.
All right, another Prank Kids Prank Kids Roxy's. Some of these names. Cataclysmic Scorching Sunburner. How did I get that name and couldn't get Roxy's? Whatever.
It happens.
Another legendary Secret of the Six Samurai. TG Tank Grub. The Trickstar Fusion we all felt we needed.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Why we didn't get it in Soul Fusion, still to be determined.
I've seen worse cards in Trickstars. It's not bad.
But
It's just you don't summon a fusion and you don't use one of your links to summon it.
No, that's real bad. Summoning Trickstar Link's #1, not on the playlist.
Not easy. Well, it's easy. It's just not something you do
Yeah, it's
much.
just not done.
Speed Burst Dragon.
Sure.
Shiranui Squire Saga again. Cyburst Wicked names. And another Time Thief Regulator.
There we go. All those time thieves stealing your time.
It's actually not a bad deck. I mean, it still needs a little bit. It can make a decent board and cause a few problems. They just need that one piece on the top end.
Alrighty.
Although I said that about Sky Strikers when they came out, so what do I know?
Off to our next pack. Off to the races. Starting off with a Time Thief Bezel ship. Speaking of Time Thieves, they know they're everywhere. They know what they're doing at all times. Got a Shiranui style Solemnity. Child's Play, which is certainly not Child's Play.
It's... Somebody's going to make an Aruma Seraphy deck round with it.
No doubt. We got another Catch Eve L2. And our first of the new Valkyrie cards, Valkyrie
Virta.
Now, these debuted in...
It was their own damn set. I forget its name.
It was their own set because it had the Ash Blossom reprint. Not Hidden Summoners. And it wasn't Battles of Legend.
Valhalla.
Oh, yeah, Shadows of Valhalla.
Again,
Valhalla.
their set.
Their set, yeah. They made a little bit of a splash among more casual players. They're not really too meta-relevant, but we'll see if they continue to get support. They might make a splash in some events.
I mean, looking at this one, it needs you to have other Valkyries on the board to be good.
I think it's all of them.
But if you can get this after with Flight of the Valkyries, it can do a lot of good work.
Yeah. Also, Valkyries are the only deck that can play Soul Charge now. Because they have their own.
Yeah, Flight of the Valkyries.
It's just too bad that it literally soul charges for your opponent as well. Without cost to them at all. So moving on to the rare, we've got Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf. Another Edge of the Ring. Another Armored Sea. Not gonna try the name anymore because I give up. And Subterra Succession.
Still not one of the dumber names I've heard.
No, it's not the worst, but we hold our objections.
Alright. Orchestrated Release again.
There we go. What does release do?
You can read it.
Tribute 2 machines, then target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So...
I mean, tribute 2 machines, that's not a bad cost for Orcust.
No, yeah. If your opponent controls a link, you can target 2 monsters instead. Ooh, Double Monster Reborn.
Eh?
For the cost of 2 machines.
I mean, again, for Orcust, that's not a terrible cost. And it, in desperation, can give you more survival. And if you're going second, well, this wouldn't be set yet, but if we're on to a second turn, you can use that as an extender.
You could use it with... the continuous spell.
Nobody's using Temple of the Kings, Ethan.
Yes.
Ethan,
use it with the Beast.
If people were using Temple of the Kings, they'd be using it for Hedgehog Loop.
Well, people do it in Altergeist. But soon you don't have to with Haunted Rock coming out in Dark Neostorm. Literally lets you make turn 1 Hex.
And we have...
Very nice.
Getting away from Altergeist, we have Time Thief Flyback. Again. We have, I think it's our 4th Unisong tuning.
I'm not sure. It's easy to forget.
It's not a bad card. I mean,
but
looking at it,
just run better tuners.
Yes. Target a tuner in either grave and 1 face-up monster on the field. Banish the tuner in the grave. And then until the end of this turn, the level of the targeted monster becomes the level of the banished tuner. Also, it is treated as a tuner. Hard once per turn. I mean...
It's basically reusing a tuner that you use.
Yes. And I could see where it can help if you're running a synchro-heavy deck. Hi, Blackwings. But no.
Yeah,
just run better tuners.
Yeah, exactly.
Fateful Hour, basically Trap Monster Reborn. Just it can't be, but the thing has to be able to be normal summoned or set.
Call of the Haunted, but worse.
Either graveyard though.
Oh.
You can go from the opponent's grave.
Yeah, Trap
so
Monster
opponent activates Monster Reborn, chain Fateful Hour.
Yeah, snatch it up.
to steal it. So it has its uses, but there's probably better.
Like Called by the Grave, if you don't want him to monster reborn.
Fair. Tech Genus Screw Serpent.
Screw Serpent.
And Booster Raptor.
Oh boy, all the TGs.
Another Incantation Inception. Another
Second.
brilliant name.
Those incantations, though, they get it done.
Yeah. Guard Dragon Promenesis. And our second.
Promenesis. I'm not sure. They're based on some kind of lore because the names didn't change from Japanese to English. That's usually if they're associated with something. Because what's the name of the fire?
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
The fire god?
No, I was going to talk about the dragon rulers. What's the name of the fire dragon ruler? Prominence.
Dragon ruler is Blaster.
Oh, Blaster. Oh, who's Prominence?
That might be a True King.
True King? It might be. I don't know. There's another fire thing that has Prominence in the name.
And then second Red Rising Dragon,
There
which just double checking what this does because
So good.
it's basically you synchro this. If you can't get to a Red Dragon Archfiend, bring back the tuner, go into the Red Dragon Archfiend you really want. It is a stepping stone.
It is a stepping stone. Just like Red Wyvern.
Yeah.
Whenever they got the rest of their support.
But stepping stones, not always bad.
Not always bad.
Sometimes they're needed.
Link climbing. All about the stepping stones.
Just synchro climbing in this case.
Alrighty, next pack. Starting off hard with a Shiranui Swordmaster. This is not a happy man, probably because he's dead. Another orchestrated release. As in, release me from existence. I don't need to exist as a card. Time Thief Redoer. Next, which is fine. That's what I say to that card. Next.
Another incantation.
Chalice?
Chalice Slime. Probably Chalice Slime, based off of Chalice.
It's a chalice with a slime. The chalice does not look happy.
It really doesn't.
He actually looks really uncomfortable.
The slime's enjoying himself,
Slime's
though.
just hanging out. Like, I don't know if this is like a consensual thing or he just does not look like he's having a great time.
Yeah, the slime's enjoying himself.
Moving on to Orcus Nightmare.
I think it's our fourth one of those.
Our Subterra Guru.
It's at least our fourth one of those.
Clock Lizard. And
our fourth one of these.
I'm not even going to say his name.
Our fourth giant insect. Our fourth giant insect of the day.
You're due a secret here before too long.
Yeah.
I got mine pretty early.
Let's see. We've got Shiranui Style Solemnity.
We're also pretty low on the Ultras. Only 2 so far. We're almost all the way done.
We've got Update Jammer. We've got Shiranui Swordmaster. Orchestrated Release. And we've got the pack lead. Borreload Savage Dragon.
He is I think he's the most expensive Ultra of the set.
It's a generic level 8 Dark Dragon Synchro. Generic meaning 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuners. 3k attack, 2500 defense. If this card is synchro summoned, you can equip 1 link monster from your graveyard to this card, and if you do, place Boral counters on this card equal to that monster's link rating. This card gains attack equal to half the attack of the monster equipped. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can remove 1 Boral counter from this card, negate the activation, hard once per turn.
So basically, hard used in Guard Dragons because you make multiple Saryuja, and it's real easy to just equip that Link 4 and have 4 negations, as well as a heck ton of attack. 4,500 base?
44 base.
44 base?
Sorry's 28.
28, yeah. 44 base, but
47
still,
when you put it behind the second Saryuja.
Yeah, disgusting. With 4 negations.
I'll end up, once I get everything together, this will end up going in my Blackwing build.
Oh, yeah.
For Summon Sork, or when we eventually get the Raid Raptor, Wise Strix. Next up, Trickstar Fusion. Why do you exist?
Why didn't you come out in Soul Fusion?
This
is the Synchro set. They're so far behind with Trickstars.
I mean,
Wait, okay. Number 1, Ultrageist didn't get a fusion.
Alright.
And I'm mildly upset by that. Not that they needed one at all. Maybe a Contact Fusion, or maybe a trap card that fuses like Cubics have.
Looking at what Trickstar Fusion does, you fusion summon a Trickstar Fusion from your extra deck using monsters from hand or field. Then you can banish this card from grave, target a trick star in your grave, add it to your hand, but then you cannot normal summon, set, or special summon monsters with its name for the rest of the turn. So you're setting up for next turn your Candina or your Lycoris.
While summoning Black Cat Bat. Oh, not Black Cat Bat, but Band Jam, whatever its name is.
The thing we showed earlier.
Yeah.
Another Justicia.
I don't think the Altergeist Synchro is in this set. I think it comes out in Dark Neostorm.
All right. Which...
Why?
Do Altergeist really need it?
No, it's pretty bad. Haunted Rocks. I mean, it is a card is not bad.
Actually, how would Altergeist even make it?
The tuner. Well, the tuner's coming out in the next set too, but the tuner's bad.
Oh, the Synchro, not the... I forgot it was a Synchro.
Yeah, it's a Synchro.
I heard...
Altergeists don't exist.
I heard you saying Dark Neostorm, and I immediately thought it'd be an Xyz.
Exactly.
Shiranui Style Success. And Orcus Nightmare.
Orcus Nightmare. What a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah. And Savage goes
new
there.
Crawler monster yet. Deus Ex Crawler.
Is that seriously?
Yeah, well, you know there's the X Crawler Link monsters.
Yes.
Deus Ex Crawler has a 3k booty, and it's just a pain. Pain to deal with.
Decent sounding card, but really? They had to name it that?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's its name as of right now.
Meaning it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Not sure how, but it is.
Alrighty, moving on. We got the 6 Sam support. We got a Prank Kids Roxy's, Shinobi Necro, Unisong Tuning, and one of the other Trickstar cards to come out in this set, Trickstar Carabine. Corabane. We've been waiting for this for a hot minute because it's basically Kalut, Blackwing Kalut, for Trickstars.
It's better than Kalut.
It's better than Kalut.
Kalut's hard 1400.
Yeah, that's just double.
The only difference is Corabane. The only difference is Kalut can be used for direct attacks.
Can Corabane not?
No. Has to be when your Trickstar monster battles an opponent's monster.
When can Trickstar monsters ever attack directly?
Lilybell.
Other than the one that attacks directly, yes.
The only issue is Corabane also is hard once per turn, whereas you can double Kalut.
But with the new Trickstar field spell, you can revive her.
Brilliant.
Bring her back to the hand.
Yeah.
Double that up.
Either way, she's hard once per turn.
Oh, yeah. Then we're moving on to a Rocket Synchron.
Second one of those today.
Another Wicked Cybers. TG Booster Raptor, and an Incantation Inception.
So at least our third one of that.
Alrighty, go ahead and put this Ultra up here. And our rare Rocket Synchron, ready to be abused.
Alright.
You are really due a secret, my man.
It'll come. You got Prank Kids Roxy's. Cataclysmic Scorching Sunburner. Still.
So good.
Legendary Secret of the Six Samurai. But in the other elemental hero Neos fusion of the set, Brave Neos.
Which is kind of a stepping stone, helps you amass resources if I remember correctly.
It gives you it's elemental hero Neos plus any level 4 or lower effect monster. So Neospace Connector, Prisma, whatever you want.
Whatever, literally, basically.
Must be fusion summoned, so you can't bring it back from the grave with Monster Reborn, etc. Gains 100 attack for each Neospatian and hero in your graveyard. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add one spell or trap from your deck to your hand that specifically lists elemental hero Neos in its text.
AKA Neos Fusion.
Neospace.
Neospace. Miracle Contact.
Yeah. We have Guard Dragon Andrake, another one of the Guard Dragon main deck monsters.
But it's real bad. You basically don't play any of them in Guard Dragon.
Well, you might want to play Justicia if you don't want to play Galaxy Serpent.
But Galaxy Serpent is just auto better. Which I hate. I wanted to play Justicia, but Galaxy Serpent is light, and that's the only thing that makes it better. Just the attribute.
Because you're running Collapse Serpent and Wyvern Buster?
Yep.
Another Cyberse Converter. Shiranui Squire Saga again. And we literally just finished discussing Justicia.
There it is. Look at that water. Look at how majestic it is. I just love Justicia. It should have gone... They really killed me with the rarities on Guard Dragons. Because the max is the a continuous spell, and it's an ultra. All the extra deck monsters are supers. It's like...
It makes them
where's
easier to
the
pack, at
respect?
least.
Where's the respect, though?
And then we have Time Thief Winder, which, as we've said, this is sort of your linchpin to your summons.
Glad they didn't make any of them level 3, a la E-Telly.
It's a rank 4 deck. We'll
Hallelujah.
take
it's a
our
rank
minor
4 deck.
pleasures out of that.
I mean, being able to tutor Psychic Wielder in BA is not bad. I'm not saying that it's good, but there are worse things that can be done. Alrighty. On to the next pack, we got a Shiranui Sword Saga. Icarus.
No, this isn't Icarus. This is the other one.
That is the other
You
one.
can send an effect monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon a level 4 or lower dragon normal monster from hand, deck, or grave in defense mode. You can only use this effect hard once per turn.
Kind of bad. It's a trap. Very slow.
Yeah. And guard dragons are really about getting your turn 1 board together.
Yeah, they really are. But moving on, we got a TG Tank Grub. And speaking of Guard Dragon, extra deck monsters that were printed in super rare, Guard Dragon Pisty, which tutors from the Grave or Banished, if I remember properly.
Meaning it's how you abuse summoning multiple Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons.
Yeah, because the other side pointing tutors from the deck. Very, very fair. Moving on to a fan favorite archetype,
Madolches.
Madolche Petting Sasor.
They really changed its name.
Yeah.
It couldn't have just stayed Pudding Sasor.
Nope. No pudding.
Why couldn't they have kept the name?
Because nobody likes pudding. That's a lie. I love pudding. We got a Time Thief Hack. Shiranui Style Success. Squirt Squid. Who is on this artwork? Just some random... Okay, well, I know the shark. The shark is a very classic...
That is
Yu-Gi-Oh
Great
card.
White.
Great White and unknown...
And an
squid.
Inkay.
Inkay?
That Pokemon
Oh.
Inkay.
Oh, yeah. Turn it upside down and makes it a better card.
Yeah, that is a color swapped Inkay. That's all I can see out of that thing.
And to finish it off, Time Thief Regulator. You're on your last 2 packs, man. Where is
Yeah.
your secret? I got mine
Probably
so
in the last
early.
2 packs.
I was expecting us to get them at the same time, but it's in this one. Calling it. It's in this one.
Let's see. We start with Time Thief Redoer. Might as well look at what this thing actually does.
I have no idea. I haven't read any.
It's
Time Thieves.
rank 4, 2 level 4s, Psychic Dark Xyz. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can attach the top card of your opponent's deck to this card as material. Quick effect. Sorry. This is the quick effect. You can detach up to 3 different types of materials from this card, then apply the following effects depending on what was detached. If you detach a monster, you banish this card until the end phase. Useful for bouncing away from stuff like Icarus Attack, Raigeki, things that will destroy your stuff. If you detach a spell, draw 1 card. If you detach a trap, place 1 face-up card your opponent controls on top of their deck.
Not bad, because then it can suck that card up.
Or at the very, if nothing
Removal.
else, you just get it out of your way.
Yeah, if it's an extra deck monster. It's
And if it's a bad card, you stack their deck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Force them into a bad position. But this effect is a hard once per turn. So this is the ace, I guess, of Time Thieves right now. It's their biggest card.
I just got a bad idea.
Oh no. What are you thinking?
Time Thief Spiral. Entirely unnecessary.
But somebody's
But
going to do it.
Someone's gonna do it.
Shiranui Sword Saga. Guard Dragon Core Awakening.
Or
TG Tank Grub. The other Guard Dragon that points in the other direction that Ethan mentioned earlier.
Gosh.
LP.
So your secret is in the last.
Eh.
Hopefully we didn't get a box with 1 secret. That'd just be bad.
LP is the one you summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon from the deck off of.
Very fair.
That card should have been hard once per turn. But Konami, in their defense, it's old. They didn't know any better. Detonate Deleter. Psychic Tracker. Clock Lizard. And Salamangrate Foxer.
Foxer. More than Fox. He's Foxer.
Um,
We'll slip on. Hopefully I didn't get like both of the secrets in the same side. I mean, if we only got one secret, I'm gonna be just abused. That's soul abuse. But we're gonna go ahead and hop in with a Time Thief flyback, one Neo Space Connector, Lost Time, Shiranui Swordmaster, and Agripane, because we got all three in a row.
It's our second Agripane.
Oh, I think this is our first Hyper Psychic Riser.
It is.
Based on Hyper Psychic Blaster, isn't it? Or, I mean, at least has synergy with the name.
Somewhat.
But, I mean, you use Wheelator and the other Psychic monster that came in set to summon it really easily. But it is a generic 6.
Yeah, it's a generic 6. Psychic Earth. Monsters with less attack than this card cannot attack 2,000 attack. Also, neither player can activate the effects of face-up monsters on the field with more attack than this card. If this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can target one tuner and one non-tuner in your grave that have the same type and attribute as each other, add them to your hand. Hard once per turn.
Okay, so you basically get to make it again.
If it was dark, I'd consider it.
But it's Earth.
It's Earth.
Yeah.
Also, my tuners and non-tuners are typically different levels.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I could go Kalute Gale.
Wheelator's a 3, and then all the supports
yes,
are 3.
It's built for psychics.
Moving on to
our third Red Rising.
Dragon, a Cyberse Converter, and a Guard Dragon from Mimesis. The secret. This is his last pack. The last pack from his side. We need a secret. If the secret's not here, I'm going to be so broken inside.
It could be on your side. It could have been both on one side.
That's not common.
I never said it was. We have TG Tank Grub, Shiranui Style Solemnity, Update Jammer, Valkyrie Sixte.
I
think it's Valkyrie 6?
Yeah.
I know just enough German to deal with this.
I don't know any German. Asian language, yes.
I can count to 10. I can count to 10. I can swear. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm about the same in French.
Salamangreat Violet Chimera.
OTK potential.
Edge of the Ring. Salamangreat Foxer. Subterra Secession. And Extra Ceratops, who is still being judged.
Well, at least I'm just glad we didn't get only one secret. That would have been painful. Alrighty, last pack. We're ready for him. We got a Time Thief Bezel Ship, Shiranui Style Solemnity, Child's Play. These two have come together like unnecessarily much. Shiranui Style Shade. Sorry, Shiranui Spectral Sword Shade. And I believe this is our first copy of Apple of Enlightenment.
More Valkyrie support.
Valkyrie support.
It's interesting Valkyrie support. It has the same sort of destruction punishment that Waking the Dragon has. It's just much worse.
Yeah, kind of hard to beat Waking the Dragon being able to summon whatever monster you want from your main or extra deck.
But I shouldn't say it's much worse. If it's destroyed or leaves the field at all, and note, leaves the field and goes to the graveyard. So, Trickstar Light Stage, Clashing Souls. I'm reminding this because I beat him with that earlier today.
But doesn't get off on Cosmic Cyclone.
Banished.
Oh,
leaves the field and is now banished.
Oh, banished or
graveyard or banished.
Oh, this?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
It's the same trigger. In this case, you get to draw cards equal to the number of Valkyries you control plus 1. So you could end up drawing a lot of cards.
Minimum 1, so that's a plus.
I mean, you can end up using that with the new actually no, you need an Abyss Actor in the Pendulum Zone. I should not try to think of Abyss Actor Valkyries. It doesn't work.
Please don't.
I saw an idea. Waking the Dragon could work in Abyss Actors, though.
Oh, it could. It'd be stupid. Brian's done it.
He has?
Oh, yes, he has.
All right.
Yeah, the deck got too tight. But
fair.
It lets you get into your mischief.
Yeah. Get you into your mischief, get you into your three continuous spells. Erd Redundant Scold. All right, you still have more
Has the
cards.
potential. Here we go. Psychic Tracker. We didn't get very many of those either. But we did get a lot of Wicked. Squire Saga. And to round off the last of the box, Salamangreat Great Wolvie.
All right.
So, we'll go ahead and debut our higher rarity hollows. Psychic Wheelator, which I think the price on Wheelator is going to go up. Maybe don't quote me on that because I don't always know what I'm talking about. But I mean, it's honestly not a bad card. Has some synergy with dangers. I mean, not get discarded from the hand, but the danger monster's levels.
Card, if you control level 3 psychic other than himself.
Oh, level 3 psychic. Never mind.
Sorry, no, level 3 monster. I misread.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, I thought it had some synergy.
Sorry, I
with
misread. A level 3 monster other than itself, so Snake.
Or any BA.
Or any BA, yes. You can special summon this card from your hand in defense mode. The only issue with BAs is unless you found a way to prevent this, they'll just blow themselves up.
Yeah, but sometimes that's okay.
True. And this gets summoned in defense mode. You can only do this once per turn this way. I find it weird they've started doing that with these, but the original Blackwings, Gale, and Bora didn't have that.
There was no need for it. Oh, they wanted them to spam hard. It was a top deck.
And they finally realized, nobody should be able to summon 3 Gales from their hand on their first turn.
Yeah, probably not great.
If this card is sent to the grave as synchro material, target one monster on the field with less attack than this. This is optional. You can. This isn't mandatory. Target one monster on the field with less attack than the synchro monster that used this card's material. Destroy it. Hard once per turn.
So it's a monster tuner that summons itself and gets an effect whenever you summon a big monster. Well, I mean, doesn't have to be a big monster. It just helps.
You want it to be a big synchro with
summon
it.
Trish.
Trish 27.
Banish one from the field, grave in hand, and then
pop one with under 2,700.
Disgusting.
You could also use it, Coral Dragon quite often. Draw a card, pop something for 2,400.
Yeah, Coral Dragon. That's not a bad one.
Stardust Charge Warrior, I think's its name. Draw a card, pop under 2K.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decent cards to use with this.
Oh, yeah.
Then looking at our other secret, Valkyrie Sexta. Level 1 Light Fairy, no attack, 2,000 defense. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Valkyrie from your deck except for itself. During your main phase, you can send the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. That effect is hard once per turn. So, Valkyrie Milling.
I don't know enough about Valkyries to comment.
Few of their things rely on big things in the opponent's grave. So, I can see it being somewhat fitting.
And then we got a lot of variation in our ultras with...
I'm okay with that.
Korribane, Savage Dragon, which is probably the best ultra of the set.
It's the cover card.
Cyber's Quantum, and another Trickstar. So we got 2 Trickstars and 2 Synchro Monsters.
It
No
works.
Complaints. But that about wraps it up for us.
All right.
Not the greatest box opening. Not the greatest cards to get out as of right now, but Valkyries can do some stuff. Psychic Wheelator's pretty generic.
And we got Savage.
There's no complaining about that.
The only thing I would have really wanted out of this, for me personally, is the Anti-Kaiju.
Oh, the Anti-Kaiju is good.
Because, again, I'm running Blackwings, and a lot of times my win condition is make Full Armor Master stick. And it is so painful to make that Full Armor Master, and then it's, hi, you have a turtle now.
Yeah. Getting Gamma Sealed hurts.
I mean, yes, if you survive to the next turn.
It's the reason that we got Kaiju Dark Hole back to 3, so...
Yeah, IKS.
Yeah. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Very, very fair. Fair and balanced Yu-Gi-Oh! When you can just Dark Hole at 3 now.
Unless you draw all of your Kaiju.
Yeah, then it's bad.
Which I have had happen to me.
Yeah, that's not great.
I still won because he bricked with Heralds. That was a stupid duel.
Oh, it sure was. But Wheelator, very nice. Sexton, also nice. Not the worst secret of the set. Could be worse. And our Ultra's nothing to complain about.
Nah, we got Savage Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much you can complain about with the Ultras.
King.
I mean, would it have been nice to get Pot of Extravagance? Yeah.
Yeah. Pot of Extravagance is definitely the chase card of the set. Just because, I mean, Savage should have been a secret, but they kept in tradition with making the first card.
It is also the card that's going to cause the most judges headaches. for extravagance, for
Oh,
how people deal with the
extravagance.
extra deck.
Oh, yeah. As a judge, I can confirm Extravagance is a headache of a card. Because no card should really take a minute to resolve, minimum. Just kind of bad.
It doesn't have to take a minute to resolve if you just shuffle, give the opponent a cut, and then...
Mill. That's my preferred method of dealing with it, but
But-
both players have to agree on the method.
As
If not-
somebody who has their extra deck in a specific order to make it easier to find, no. But I'm not going to play Extravagance. My extra deck is way too important. I am that guy that is going to banish all of his best stuff. That's why I don't play Desires.
Banish 3 Hextia.
At least I'm not Altergeist.
At least you're not Altergeist.
They will run it.
Oh yeah, it's very good in Altergeist. They said it's probably good to play in True Draco, but as a True Draco player, I can't agree with that.
My issue with it is what I've always seen is the best True Draco build with recently is the Monarch with the Monarch stuns. Erupt, even Storm Forth, even the Field
Stormforth
Spell.
at 3. Yeah, ready for that.
And having extra deck just turns off your Monarch stuff.
It does, and it has to be the first card you activate in the turn, which isn't usually a huge problem.
But then you can't draw anymore.
But then you can't. That's the real problem. When decks give you built-in draw support, you use the built-in.
I would say I
support.
could see somebody playing this card in True Draco, banishing 6, draw Heritage, draw Demise.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Oh, you can't play this with Demise. That's just not going to happen.
Okay, draw Heritage, draw Desires.
Oh,
Well.
yeah, that hurts. Yeah,
That's a thing that can happen.
it sure is.
But no, I think the card, I mean, it's a +1. It's going to be good because it's a +1.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And it got the standard pot treatment of being a secret rare in its opening set.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
There you go. Get this guy. His visage.
Alright.
Beautiful. Well done. Well done on the art, actually. All of these cards have really great art, in my opinion.
Names, hit and miss.
Names hit miss. Hit or miss. I guess Konami misses.
They hit sometimes. Although you're talking to the one person who likes Toad's name.
But that about wraps it up for us.
The one other card that I'd like to mention is Witch's Strike, because
Yeah.
somebody's going to have that happen to them.
Mhm.
That somebody being me.
Yeah, get your Solemns. Well, get punished for playing Solemns, finally, other than weaponizing life points.
I play 5. It's going to happen to me.
Yeah. I sincerely hope it does. But that about wraps up our box opening. We got all these beautiful foils here. And all of these are going to go straight into the shelf here at Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming. Gotta toss that name into here because it's... Oh, pointing the wrong way.
It's
right there.
It's
Right
been
there
at the
on the
bottom of the
sign.
screen the whole time.
Morgantown store. Important.
Hopefully you can beat the weather.
Yeah, no doubt. I wouldn't recommend... Not that I recommend driving right now. It's not great outside.
It's been worse. I mean, it's bad enough WVU canceled. That doesn't happen often.
Not at all.
As a student, I'll take it.
Yeah. But this is Ethan
And Jay?
signing off. And we'll see y'all hopefully around Dark Neostorm time. We'll see what kind of secrets we got
Yeah?
in Dark Neostorm. Secrets literally and figuratively.
I should probably keep the mouse off.